Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Jeff and thank you for checking out my channel, Films at Home. Today I actually have a new Blu-ray review for you. Many of you may have this movie already on Blu-ray. It has been released a couple times. It's Killer Klowns from Outer Space. This is the original MGM release. What I just got in today, and this is new in the United States, I believe it's already been released in the UK, but this is Killer Klowns from Outer Space, the Arrow Video Edition. Limited edition with the slipcover, really nice new 4K restoration, tons of special features. So I'll do an unboxing, I'll review this, let you know how that new remaster of the video is, let you know how that new audio is, all kinds of great stuff on this, tons of new special features like I said. So I'm going to dive into this release completely. So let's play the intro and get started with this review. All right, so first off, a little bit of background about this. It's a movie from 1988, classic B movie. All the effects were done practically. There's no CGI in this, even though CGI was coming around. It was a low-budget horror movie made by the Chiodo brothers. I hope I'm saying that right, but it was three brothers who basically wrote, directed, produced this, did all the practical effects for this movie. Everything was done, by hand, which is really, really cool. I mean, it's a goofy movie. It's a really cheesy sci-fi alien movie. Obviously, the killer clowns are the highlight. They're pretty creepy. The costumes are awesome. And basically, it's just gotten this cult following over the years, and that's why Arrow Video decided to pick it up. They do a lot of cult movies and horror movies, and this is cult horror, so it's the perfect mix for them. They put together this new release, has a slipcover, has a really nice clear package like they usually do with their Blu-ray releases, and then is loaded with special features, a new 4K remaster, and new audio. So before we get started on the review of the audio and video, let's take a quick look at this release and what is included inside the package. All right, so like I said, you get this really nice slipcover here. It's got a little bit of shine to it, nothing really crazy. It's just basically the blue in the background. And then on the back cover, there's a huge list of special features. Like, as you can see, like I said, it's just insane how many special features there are. And then it's a typical Arrow slipcover. It has this little cutout here. For whatever reason, they usually do that with their slips. It has the MGM logo, Arrow Video logo, Killer Klowns from Outer Space. Gonna look really nice on a shelf. It's a really nice release from an outer packaging perspective. So now if we break down into the middle, I took the disc out here just for a second so I can show you what this looks like. But it's the same artwork basically in the front. Has a couple of booklets, which we'll get into. This is the same artwork on the slipcover, and it's newly commissioned artwork. But if you flip it over on the inside, there is the original artwork. So you can flip that piece of paper on the inside, just the slip case. And if you flip this over, you go either way. You go with the new artwork, go with the old artwork. Pretty standard for Arrow stuff. They usually have the reversible artwork, but it's really cool that they have the original stuff. Kind of makes it look like it's from the 80s. And then this is a much cleaner look from, obviously, today's day and age with some really nice artwork. Same thing on the back. So popping the disc back in, pretty nice disc art there. It also does come with a booklet, which has some production credits about the transfer, some images from the movie, and then an essay here from, a critic and historian who just writes, a few paragraphs about the movie. Also pretty basic stuff, usually included with Arrow Video releases. So that was kind of cool to see. As well as the booklet, there actually is also a poster, which is really cool. Not every Arrow Video release does come with a poster, but pop this open right here, and you can see has the big Killer Klowns from Outer Space. This is kind of the new artwork look, so you can go that way. If you flip it over, then you have the original artwork. So it's really cool. Again, a reversible poster as well as the reversible artwork on the case itself. All right, guys, so that was the inside of the case. Now to talk a little bit about the video and audio. So as I mentioned, there's a booklet in here that talks about the transfer, and I can talk a little bit about that. I don't want to spoil it completely if you want to read that booklet and learn a little more. But basically what they did here is they have a brand new restoration. It's in 4K. So it's a 4K restoration from the original negatives, 35mm camera negatives from MGM with permission from MGM. So they got the exact original elements, and they basically went through and removed thousands of dirt scratches, dirt marks, film wear. They basically cleaned up the original 35mm film strip, and what you get here is a very, very well done restoration. I have the original Blu-ray, as I said. This is the MGM version, so they kind of just basically transferred it over very quickly, didn't do a whole lot of work, didn't give it the care it really needed. They didn't have the time, so they paired up with Arrow Video for this, and this is by far, I mean, if you compared it to this Blu-ray, this is 5 times as nice looking. I mean, it's an unbelievable improvement. Colors are better, clarity's better. You know, in the 4K resolution coming off of the original 35mm, looks incredibly well done. Really solid. I mean, you wouldn't think that this was a low budget movie from the 80s, judging by anything production wise in terms of resolution or clarity. Sure, the effects and the cheesiness are going to give you that you know, realization that, hey, this is a cheesy 80s B movie, but the way that the film looks, you'd never guess that this was done on a shoestring budget. In terms of the audio too, what they did here was they completely remastered the stereo 2.0 and the DTS HD 5.1, which is new. So the original Blu-ray here, this came with just the, correct me if I'm wrong, but yes, just the 2.0 on this Blu-ray, DTS HD. Now what this has is this has the original DTS stereo 2.0 remastered, sounds much better, but they also upgraded it to a 5.1, so you're gonna get the full surround sound effect. Really well done. Again, they spent a lot of time on this release, you can tell, especially with the amount of work that went into it, reading the transfer booklet, and they just took a lot of time and care, and this came out amazing. Highly recommend it. If you're gonna own this movie, this is the way to own it. I mean, you can get this Blu-ray, I think I probably got it for $5. You can probably still find it for $5. You might be able to find it for $1 or $2, you know, used at a store somewhere. This is gonna run you about $17, $18 on Amazon right now. But really, if you're a true horror fan and you want to support companies like Arrow Video and Scream Factory and those who do the restorations and really make these movies great for Blu-ray and for physical media collectors, then, you know, go out and support them. Give them the $18. You're gonna get a ton of stuff. You get the poster, you get all these special features, and you get the best version of this film that you're gonna be able to find on home media today. Now, I mentioned the special features a lot, so let me talk a little bit about those. I'm gonna read right off of the back here because there's a lot to remember and I just won't remember them, but there is an audio commentary with the brothers, the Chiodo brothers, from the old release. That's archival footage. There's also an all-new interview with the members of the punk band, the Dickies, who made the theme song for this movie. There's a documentary highlighting all the Chiodo brothers' childhood films. They've been making films together for a long time. Is a collection of their early works, including Land of the Terror, Beast from the Egg. These guys also made the Critters movies, and they actually worked on Team America World Police with Trey Parker and Matt Stone from South Park. So they're just really good with like physical effects. Obviously, if you know Team America, that's, you know, marionettes, and I don't even know if there was a little bit of claymation, but I mean, the production value behind that's crazy. So these guys are awesome. There's a tour of their production studio, an interview with Grant Kramer, who's the star, an interview with Suzanne Snyder, who's another star in the movie. There's a making of, a visual effects interview with the visual effects supervisor, an interview with the Charles Chiodo and the creature fabricator, guy who actually created the Klowns and helped them build the Klowns, an interview with the composer, behind the screams, clown auditions, deleted scenes and bloopers, galleries, trailers, just crazy stuff on this. I mean, it's just full of extras. If you love this movie, you know, this Blu-ray release over here, here are your special features: audio commentary and 5 featurettes. Quick little short, you know, videos, nothing like that's on here. And then it had a couple deleted scenes and some bloopers. On this, you're getting interviews, you're getting extra commentary tracks, you're getting all the deleted scenes, you're getting looks at their childhood movies. I mean, it's almost a complete history of the Chiodo brothers and their their filmmaking, you know, portfolio, as well as a look deeper into Killer Klowns. So again, I just can't recommend it enough. I mean, sometimes I get stuff from Scream Factory or Arrow Video, and I kind of want more, but this really, I don't know what more they could give you. I mean, it's not a high budget film. They pretty much have given you everything they have in this release, and it's awesome, and it's well worth, you know, the $20 or whatever it's going to cost you for a pickup. It's a great release. It's going to look awesome on the shelf, and it's just loaded with extras and great content. All right, guys, so that's about it for today. That was Killer Clowns from Outer Space from Arrow Video. This is coming out in the US very soon. You can find a link to order that in my profile. I'll leave it down there so you can go find this. Also going to leave links to my Instagram and Twitter pages. Make sure you follow me on there and say hi. Always try to get back to people, talk movies. We have a really great community that I've been talking with in both of those places, so I appreciate anybody who's watching this that came from my Instagram or Twitter pages. I'm also going to leave a donation link down in the description. It'll link directly to PayPal, and basically instead of me doing a Patreon, which I thought about, I don't want to do that. I don't want to block content from anybody, so I'm leaving a donation link. If you can donate $5, you know, it goes right to me, it goes right into my PayPal account. If you can't, no problem, you can still enjoy the content, which I think is great. And other than that, guys, let's just keep subscribing. If you're watching my videos and you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do so you get notified of everything new that comes out. I'm going to be doing a lot of videos coming soon over the next couple of weeks. There's a lot of good stuff to review. And I have a really exciting giveaway coming up as well, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, like this video, share it with your friends, and until next time, guys, this was Arrow Video's Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I highly recommend it. I think you should go buy it, and I will see you guys later.